And then take some pictures with flowers.
Okay, let's go.
And this is Lifestyle Vlog 5! And now we're live
in Melbourne. We are at Urban Produce. So we just finished our vegan breakfast.
Yeah, I had the avocado toast. That was pretty great.
Pancakes. It was really good. Yeah.
What kind of pancakes were they?
With wild berries and coconut ice cream.
Oh,
Yum.
okay.
So delicious.
Oh my god.
When I was actually finding like self-discovery, so I think that's how it got me into really like nourishing, and it all started off with I actually struggled with myself, trying to find self-love.
Okay.
So after that, that's how it actually became from healthy eating to slowly becoming a vegan, and now I'm more focusing on towards our finding out the truth of life, like dive deeper within ourselves.
So very subconsciously active.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Subconsciously.
Interesting. So how long have you been doing Earthy Nourish for?
I've been doing it since 2015.
Okay.
So it started off with just me taking pictures of good food, nourishing food, like wholesome food like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how did it grow upon?
How did it grow?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. I think from there, like, I started off like just following my heart, like seeing what
works and what doesn't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
okay.
More like, but usually I use it like with my feelings.
Right.
So yeah, I use very much based on my feelings to actually write something.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And do something like that. So I'm practicing on using my instinct.
Have your own instincts.
My own instinct, my inner voice, my inner heart. Okay.
So what happened with within the depths of growing from 2015 until today? So what changes did you make? What improvements? What did you start doing? And what do you value most about Earthy Nourish?
I think one thing I value most about Earthy Nourish is that I want it to be like a place where people can actually find home within themselves.
Okay.
So it's like a place where they come here and say, oh yes, that's right, I need to hear the truth of life. Because like now we live in a world where there's so many opinions, there's so many noises and everything. So we can be a little bit like get off track. So because there's so many options out there, we don't know what to choose. So I want Earthy Nourish to be a place where people, it goes back down to basic living. It goes back to simplicity.
Basic living, okay.
And then where they find truth within ourselves. Okay. Yes, that's right.
That's very, very interesting. You recently did some sort of shirts and products and things like that.
Yeah, that one. Actually, I tried like doing my own shirt, designing my own shirt, but I think that didn't turn out so well because I didn't do enough like
market research.
Yeah, that's right. So just design. At first, I was just designing just for my own because I like it. Right. So that's okay.
And then what happened in between? What did you learn from this lesson?
I think it's all about taking risks and see what works. Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, it's a good achievement that you know that you designed something, although it did not turn out that well.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I just want to build like this community where people can actually connect not only within themselves but also with others. So it's like more of finding out the truth of life with that.
Okay, with truth of life through through Instagram quotes.
Yes, that's right.
Wholesome food.
Yes.
Things like that.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
Okay. I started becoming vegan about 4 years ago, 2015. So it started off with like a documentary, like those vegan documentaries. Right. So they show like the truth behind the meat industry like that. Okay. So I think that kind of got me to like, okay, that's it. I think I don't want to cause any harm. If you don't do sales, you go broke. I don't know that someone saying. I think
if you don't do sales, you go broke. I think that's right to an extent, but it's only if you're actually doing the hard work and trying to sell the things that you approve of, and not
sell it because of profit.
Right.
Yes.
And it's because like a lot of things that I see on especially on social media,
Yep.
is that network marketers try to brainwash you some way.
Psychology, you mean?
Yeah, through psychology, saying that oh, this product's so great, blah blah blah, and all that stuff. And yeah, I've actually believed that I thought this was going to be one thing,
Yep.
but then it turned out, they were just in for the profit.
Yeah.
And in the process, I realized they are not my friends. And I also lost a lot of money. I don't know how they do it, but to be honest, because of that, I felt like it's not a viable business to me anymore. That's how I think, Nikki, you have also been in a little bit of network marketing.
Yeah, I've been exposed to network marketing actually. So like from there, I kind of learned that yes, some people are very genuine. They truly want to help you, but I think majority of them, they just I understand everyone. I understand where everyone's coming from. They want to make a living. They want to have this change of lifestyle, but yeah, but if people can sniff it out if you're genuine or not, and your intention.
Right.
Like I always say, your intention, it is what it is.
Right.
So before doing anything, you really need to get your intentions clear. Whether am I doing this because of this or because of that? So.
Okay. So and then they also end up with I think trying to promote not just one product or like more than one product, and you feel that because you bought a certain product from them, that as a buyer you gain their trust, and as a seller they think they got your trust and that they could use it to the extent in which it didn't turn out into a great story for both of us. I had the intention of trying to build websites.
Oh yeah, that's I think that's why you
Right.
reached out to me because.
But then I think I before I reached out to you, I think I browsed your website and actually read some of your posts, and I felt like, wow, she's into something. So I'm like, instead of trying to sell things or try to help people make money, things like that, I reached out to her and I said, hey, can I help make your website? And then,
thank you so much.
Right?
Because if it's not because of Jacky reaching out, I think I wouldn't have this website of teenourish.com.
One day I was like, hey, let me buy a ticket to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And then we finally get to see each other. We're doing live with each other. And then we're in the midst of trying to figure out what's our next best plan for Early Nourish. That's how we started.
Asian.
Asian. This is so Asian.